the flywheel, you see we're going to need one. So at this point, looking at that backing plate on that engine, if you go over and look around at it from that other sideways, you can tell we're not going to have much success to save that backing plate there when it's all said and done. So at that point, you're going to have a backing plate plus a flywheel. So I laid this flywheel in some years back. You know, some 20 or 30 years ago, I laid that flywheel in. And I had it laid over on a shelf, and I dug it out, and I noticed I cleaned it up some years back. It's a December 1936, and you can tell that you can confirm that that's a good number by them notches on that flywheel right there. On the rim, 3 notches, that's them some timing marks that they put in there. I'll have to get a crankshaft hub put on the back side there, but well, you know, it ain't got no keeper on it. I never was a big fan of them keepers anyway. And the reason for the video, I'll show it to you. So we have a possibility on that flywheel, and rummaging underneath the I was rummaging underneath the bench there, and I've got these exhaust pipes this length, so you know we have some short exhaust pipes, but the reason for this maybe probably try to learn something, and to say thank you to my friend Dave up there in Wheatfield. Dave and Shannon come by to visit up at Tri-State this year, just passed at the engine show, and they gifted me. They've gifted me these 2 boxes and some more stuff. It was a wagon load, small wagon load of stuff. So I think it was left over from some kind of deal. But this is what we got, and I have a lot of Maytag parts, and I'll clean these up and you know, preserve them. But that's Model 92, and as we go along here, I'll show you some stuff. But that's a real nice plug. Threads are good in there, and okay, them right there's, well, that's a lot of heads. Okay, here's one. This head right here, so you might want to learn something about a Model 92 Maytag and just a 72 in general, is the difference in them. You can look at it over there on the show grounds and say, hey, that's a early one or a late one, okay? And the difference is these fins on the cylinder, and here's 2 different kinds. So this is the late model, and what they did is they when they made that, they didn't put that little shoulder there so you could get a bolt in there more better. So this was the early one, and these are all late models. The interchange, you put one, they're just alike except that. These are pretty good. It was pretty good. And well, there's abundance of stuff here. It's, you know, it's like a gold mine for a Maytag dude. But there's 2 sets of used rings for a Model 92, and there's a set for a 72, and there's another set for a 72, and oh yeah. and a set of points. And it has a tag on it. I think how these come about. Maybe one of the salespersons on down the line there, with a bunch of stuff to sell, would just sell everything for whatever price it was. They had $3 on this right here. Boy, that's cheap. Gosh, that's a Maytag 2-cylinder crank thing right there. It's been painted and all. You'd have to scrape on it before you could use it. Same way this, and this is a 2-cylinder. It says new old stock on it. It has original paint. Oh yes, that'll go down there in the, I'm gonna take that down to my, well, see, I'm gonna question this. Yeah, this is not new old stock, because you can see where the steel balls was at on every one of the little prowl. No, it's not a prowl. It's a little thing, and that little steel ball rolls there, and it wears a groove on there. Looks old stock, but yeah, it's done been used. But anyways, it's a good one. You can barely see it, but you can. Oh yeah. Well, see, there's a rod with the bolts and the castellated nuts, the right ones. It has some wire in it in there. You can look at it and tell it. But other than that, it looks to be in good shape. So there's a 92 piston rod, crankshaft rod. So we know that we're going to have one in this engine here, because it's set on the fence post out there for some amount of years, and I think it was in the creek before that. So you can assume you're going to need quite a lot of parts. So we'll set this aside to use in that engine. We're going to need one of them probably. No, not probably about it. It's gone. No, it ain't. We might be able to save that. But these are for 72, so we still need one. These rods are, well, they're matched pairs. If you look at the patina on them, you could tell that they went together. Okay, 3 sets of 2-cylinder rods plus extra. But this right here is, well, and it being 3 of these, this one's 9 of 36. The flywheel is December of 1936, so they came down the assembly line, you know, only a month apart, or were made a month apart. You know, these could have been, they could actually come. Anyways, they matched up again by now, and that's your mark. You go there, and you go there, and you go there. So, thank you. That's cool. But in this box is, and I'm gonna clean these up more than what they are, and I have engines. The thing about this is these are not extra parts for me, because I have a lot of engines to rebuild, to build, and so I need these parts to go on other engines like this right here. I have some more stuff like this, so I need those parts to complete these engines. So if I sell something, then I have to buy it back. So it's better just to keep it on the get-go and assign it to that engine, you know, to help get another engine running. But this is a 72. I think this is the pot metal, the zinc version, because it's really heavy. It's it's just a 72D, the plain one, but I think this it's got the good, it's a good part. All these parts seem to be really good. some skids for the maytag. Home, you know, not original, and well, that's a backing plate for one of them Waco on a 2-cylinder. That's a good one too. I'll get that down there. I'm sure I need this part. You know what I mean? It's like I can get 3 or 4 inches running by this 2 boxes of parts. You know? Oh yeah. Where's that flywheeler show? Bo done already gifted me this oiler. It's a swing top, and it has the oiler missing. Well, you know, at some point I'm gonna have to figure out the taper and the length on that. So it's a Lukenheimer. That's a Lukenheimer crown, they called it. It's a 1.5 size with that kind of lid. It's got the notches in it. It don't have the finger out there. Yeah, I don't think it was that kind. But if I know what size that was, I'd get on with that project. But thank you, Bo. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna shine that up. Get that going. But back to this maytag. So I'm going past this and have some workbench. These are. That's a cam lobe for that's a 92 right there. That's a Waco twin right there. Well, it looks like a good one also. So I know I need that part. You know, I need that and this on another backing plate. So, you know, we could save an engine like that. But this is really a treasure. That springs for, and I think it was a little bit different. Oh yeah, on a 2-cylinder maytag, the cap that had the Break-A-Lite plastic part on it, I think that spring was a little different. There's 3 of them for that. Yeah. Them bolts there, and there's a 90 model. We'll need that. So, some wrist pins. It's a regular treasure trove of maytag stuff. This is the part that most of the time you're not blessed to get if you're working on these. It's the little parts. Like them clips for them points on them 2-cylinders. That's point stuff right there. I'll probably need every piece of that. You know, it's unbelievable, but there'd be somebody in the world that would need that many maytag parts. You know? But included in this box is these are regular Champion set of spark plugs. And okay. Okay, we'll look at this later. It says a fixture for a deflutter. It may be a tool. I'm not sure. I'm not going to take it out and look at it right this present. It's interesting. Flywheel. Them countersink bolts goes in the flywheel to tell you what's in here. And these are them coarse thread bolts for a aluminum gas tank. There. So there's a little maytag refrigerator sticker. Right. 100 years of dependability. How cool is that? I mean, I'm not going to take it out. It's what it is. It's a little gimmick thing. They give it to you to put on the refrigerator magnet. And there's a set of bolts for a flywheel. and washers for to hold the for 2-cylinder. They're a little thicker. Washers to hold the pulley on. And this box, that's him. And this box is, you know, it's the little parts you need that most people just throws away. It's that deep footer thing, I think. I'm not sure what that is. It's not a common item that you would, but it's like a, not sure. Thank you, Dave. Man, like at least 4 engines I can get running right here. I'm only going to focus on the one. I'm gonna put this up and throw out a clean slate, and we'll get that engine took apart. Like it'll be a snap.